You know, I think one of the best things about shooting these videos is that you don't know whether or not I have pants on. Think about that for a second. What's up guys, my name is Bradley Goss and today we're gonna talk about a very common problem actually that a lot of people have. Have you ever shot some video on 4K or 1080 and it looks fine on your computer when you play it back, it looks fine in Premiere Pro, but then you export it and it just doesn't seem like true 4K or 1080. The edges of things just look soft or slightly out of focus. This is something that I have actually struggled with up until pretty much last week when I finally figured out why it's such an issue. And honestly, it's such an easy fix that I just wanna bash my head on the table, look at the people that I learned filmmaking from and be like, why did you not teach me this? Yeah. Well, I'm gonna pick up where they left off for you. But first, one second. So the solution of this problem lies in one setting in Premiere Pro, just one little guy just hiding in the deep abyss of the mass of darkness that is Premiere Pro settings. Well, I found him and he's not really hiding, he's in plain sight in the export dialog window. So here we are in Premiere Pro, obviously. I'm gonna hit Command M or Control M if you're on PC. And this is the export dialog window that I just referenced. If you go ahead and scroll down to bitrate settings right here, this is where you're gonna find the little setting that makes all the difference in your export quality. Typically, I do set this to VBR2 pass. I'm not gonna get into what that means because we're focused on the target bitrate and the maximum bitrate. Now, I'm about to throw a ton of numbers at you, so buckle up and hang on tight. But don't panic, I'm gonna have all of these numbers and scenarios in the description below for your reference if you do get lost or want to refer to them later. So as you can see, Premiere defaults at a target bitrate of 10 and a maximum of 12. This is okay for 1080 videos at 30 frames per second or less. If you're going any higher than that, such as 48, 50, 60, and even 120, you're gonna wanna set this target bitrate to around 16. So we'll go ahead and do that now. 16 with a maximum of around 20. Now for the rest of these, I'm just gonna give you the numbers and you can apply these settings to your export depending on the settings that you shot in. It's all dependent on your resolution and your frame rate. So let's real quick talk 4K settings since most of you are probably here for that. If you shot your 4K at 24 frames, 25 frames, or 30 frames per second, which is what most of you did or will do because this is typically the range that consumer cameras, at least affordable consumer cameras, are at this moment. You're gonna wanna set your target bitrate to between 35 and 45 with a maximum of 52. For 4K at 48 frames, 50 frames, and 60 frames, and if you can go higher than that, first of all, what do you do for a living that you can afford a camera that nice? Because I need to get into that. Second, you're gonna wanna put your bitrate a bit higher at between 53 and 68 with a maximum of 75. And honestly, that's it. Why so many people who do tutorials on export settings fail to ever mention this once just blows my mind. But hey, you know, hopefully that solves your quality issue. Here's a stock clip that I pulled from the internet, exported with different bit rates for reference in case you're not actively editing your footage as you watch this tutorial and you just want to see the difference that it really makes, just to prove that bit rates do affect your footage quality. Thanks for tuning in, and if you want to learn more about photos and filmmaking, if you're a beginner or you have a little bit of experience but want some extra tips, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If this video helped you at all, please let me know, or at least just hit the like button, and cool. Glad I could help you solve your issue and make some better videos. I've also been thinking of a new tagline to end every video with. For those of you that have been around for a while, you know that I typically end with saying, find your reason to smile. But as I've gone a different route, I'm teaching photo and video and doing cinematic travel edits and stuff like that. It doesn't necessarily fit. So I've been thinking maybe something like, thanks for watching. Stay inspired. But then I saw an email from YouTube today that at the very end of that, they said stay inspired. So I can't steal from them. If you have any suggestions, comment them down below. Anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll keep it old school. Find your reason to smile. Yo.